Someone knocked her window at night. You won't believe what happened next. In the dead of night, Emma heard a soft knocking on her window. At first, she thought it was the wind, but the knocking persisted, each tap growing louder. Hesitant, she pulled back the curtains. Nothing. Confused, she turned back to her room, only to find her reflection in the mirror smiling at her, even though she wasn't smiling. Her heart pounded as she slowly approached the mirror, trying to understand what was happening. As she reached out to touch the glass, the reflection reached out too. But then, with a sudden jerk, it slammed its hand against the mirror from the other side. The glass shattered, and standing behind her was herself. Her double whispered, "I've been waiting for you." Emma tried to scream, but no sound came out. The reflection grinned and whispered again, "It's your turn to knock." Frozen, Emma tried to move, but her limbs felt like they were made of stone. The reflection, no, the thing that looked like her, stepped closer, its eyes now pitch black. It leaned in, breathing heavily, as though savoring the moment. "You've always been so afraid of the dark," it said in a voice that was hers, but wrong, twisted. Suddenly, Emma felt a cold hand wrap around her wrist, pulling her toward the shattered mirror. She could feel the glass shards digging into her skin, yet they didn't hurt. It was as if the glass was pulling her in, dragging her closer to the thing standing in her place. With a force she couldn't comprehend, the thing shoved her forward, and she fell through the mirror, into a world that mirrored hers. But everything was darker, distorted. The air was thick with whispers. From the other side, the reflection smiled, now fully in her world. "I'm home," it said, and with a final sickening laugh, the mirror slowly began to repair itself, sealing Emma's fate. Emma's mind raced as she stood in the twisted version of her room. Everything was wrong, colors were too bright, shadows too deep. She tried to scream, but no sound escaped. Her reflection, now free, stalked toward her in slow, deliberate steps. It reached out, a grotesque grin on its face. "You think you could outrun me," it taunted. "I've always been here, waiting for the right moment." Emma backed away, but the world around her shifted. The walls pulsed like they were breathing. The whispers grew louder, more frantic, as though the very house had a life of its own. Her reflection reached out, its fingers cold and clammy, brushing her skin. It laughed, and the sound echoed in her skull. With a sudden jerk, Emma was dragged backward, her feet leaving the ground. The air was thick with darkness, and everything blurred. She felt herself falling, but there was no ground to land on. When the